Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Morehead, and today for Dr. Hindiani's class, I'm going to teach you guys on how to identify different horizons and soil layers. Soil layers and horizons are important because it shows you what the soil has and what the soil doesn't have. For this project, I chose the field I did earlier in the semester. This field is in a valley, and it has not been touched, meaning it's not had any cultivation, no farming or anything. It's been left alone. When it comes to soil and horizons, it is very important because we need to know what kind of nutrients in the soil, what kind of structures in our soils, what kind of clay we have, and all of this goes in together on how plants survive and grow in our soils. For this, we need very few tools, and it is a very easy project that anybody can do. So to start out our project, we need to know what kind of soil we are looking at. So if you look at here in our field, like I said earlier, it is uncultivated, so that means no tractors, no plowing or anything has done to the field. So we need to look at all the surroundings on our field and around it. So I would take a piece of paper with you. At this moment I don't have paper, but we can look at our surroundings and see what kind of soil we think we'll have. So if you look this way, it is just an untouched field with trees, and it has been bush hogged. That is the only thing that's been done to this field. And to my right here, you see that there is a creek. And in this creek, you see there is flowing water. And as I would tell you here, this creek never stops flowing. So you always have constant water supply. If you also look down in the creek, you see lots of pebbles and rocks. And also, if you look right here, there's a lot of sand. So we know now that we have a lot of sand in our soil. So from here, you go and look, and you see that we have a big hillside on the left side of our field. So now we know that when it rains, we have rainwater and it goes down into our slope. So all of these take into account of what kind of soil we will have. So to start our project, we need a few tools to successfully see the soil horizon. If we had an open-faced horizon, then we wouldn't need a shovel, but since this property doesn't have any and the creek bank is full of roots and trees, we have to cut our own horizons. So for here, I have just an easy shovel. And then for what we'll do for this project is we'll just have a hole about 10 to 20 centimeters. The bigger the better, but for this project we can't go any deeper than 20 centimeters. After you have your hole cut and you can see the horizon layers, it is important to take a knife, or what I have here is an axe, and to deface your horizons. Because once you start digging, you will have the soil horizons. Sorry for the car. So to have the soil horizons, you have to have a knife to be able to deface it. You also need to be able to accurately measure how deep your horizons are. So I have a tape measure. Make sure it's in centimeters, because in our class we always use centimeters. So to begin our project, I have already dug our hole and I have already measured it. The hole we have is 20 centimeters, but I have not defaced it, so let's get that started. So here you see we have our soil horizon. So what you need to do is deface the soil. So I'm just taking off the very first layer of soil. So as you can see here in our soil, we have lots of roots. That is good, and it shows that we have aeration, and there's also more grass, even though it's already have been dead for the season. In the horizons, you can see distinct layers, and we can also even see worms. This means that it's good and airy, and it has lots of pores for plants. When you look at our horizon, you see that we have a dark layer right here. This is our organic layer. This is all the stuff that came out of our creek, as well as all the decomposing and dying grass and leaves. The next horizon you'll see is the A horizon. And for this horizon, this is where most of the plant roots go. The last horizon is B that we can see, and is on the very bottom. If we continue digging, we would see farther into the B horizon and even the C horizon. One also feature that is important to see is these red little spots. These little red spots here show that there are clay in the soil. Clay is good for keeping compact soil, as well as keeping the soil together with a good structure. From there, you could take the soil and take pieces of each horizon and go and see what kind of structures you have. But for this video, we're just learning how to see the horizon.